We're live.
Prove it.
Iron Palace Podcast. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Iron Palace Podcast. Joined for our first three-peat.
Unlike Georgia football.
Is Jake.
Ouch.
And we also have a new setup because Christmas was good. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's our first episode after Christmas, so here we are.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Yep, that's it.
All right.
But cool. So, what have y'all been doing? Screwing?
Christmas.
Each other.
Oh. Well, Holland just lifted the... I haven't named them yet.
I was waiting for the name. I was like, what are they called?
I really don't know yet.
The Caleb C. Day Memorial Stones.
Nah.
The Days Nuts.
Days.
Not a bad one, but no. No, I'm still working on the name. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Well, I'm waiting on David to have some snarky remarks.
I'm also waiting on me.
It's earlier than normal for this one, so.
This is a solid point.
Yep.
Usually I've had 10 hours of work to nap.
That's true.
to mentally check out.
Even though this was your idea, you said we could record earlier than normal today.
Yeah. It was a great idea.
Yeah.
I wish somebody would have told me about it.
But yeah, I mean, it's not even that early. It's
not.
12:43.
I'm just shocked because Holland's dressed up so nice today. And I don't know how to take it. I'm having a hard time not looking. It's getting awkward.
I understand.
Yeah.
He does look nice today. Normally he's just here after work, so.
It's lovely. What kind of fish is that on your shirt there, buddy?
That's a trout.
Well, there's many trout.
It's a rainbow
That
trout.
is a rainbow trout.
See?
Yes.
Couldn't you see by the colors?
This guy just said trout. What a loser.
Yeah.
Like I even know what a trout is.
I didn't realize there was a fish on my shirt.
It's a lovely canvas for that kind of art.
It's a nice shade of green.
Yeah.
Kind of blends into the shirt.
I really like the medium itself.
Medium. He doesn't wear a medium.
We should have a
There's
medium.
no way
one.
that's a medium.
We know any mediums?
Oh.
There's this old rickety table made me think medium, and I said medium.
What do
and
you
I
mean
was
old
like, we
rickety
need to
table?
get a crystal ball right here, and somebody who's like going to tell us our future for 2 packs of Virginia Slims and a scratch off.
That does sound lovely.
Yeah,
Kind of wish
that sounds
I had
fantastic.
that.
Yeah.
Hey, so when I was in probably like sixth grade, there was this girl that
What was her name?
thought she could like.
Was she cute?
No, not that I remember.
Did you kiss her?
No.
Did you meet her mom?
No.
Take her to prom?
Did she kiss you?
What was your social security number?
No. 4076. No.
Birthday.
But she
Zodiac sign.
had all these like tarot cards and stuff, and she claimed to be able to speak to the dead or whatever. So I had her contact my grandmother,
As one would.
and she is telling me stuff that my grandmother is telling me from beyond the grave.
She flipped a card and was like, this Cubone does not bode well for your grandmother. Oh, and look, I'm YouTube. Not looking good.
Me too.
This says that if this happens at Jupiter's in Gatorade, you're in trouble, buddy.
However, there's a Professor Oak, which means things are going to turn up for you, buddy.
Yeah. It's all up from here.
But so after she was, asking about it, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty interesting considering both of my grandmothers are still alive.
Yeah. You should have just called and be like, hey, hold on a minute.
Did you really want
Hey,
to tell
Mom,
me
I'll just say any of that stuff.
Did you really say Jupiter's in Gatorade?
Yeah.
Or just nonchalantly had the phone on speaker and be like, Mama, you just stay silent until you hear me say your name.
Yeah.
Or just tell her to stay silent, but the minute she says something, like, oh, your grandma said this, and she goes, I didn't say that.
Yeah. I never saad
Just
anything like
have
that.
it on speaker, scare her to death.
Or just stay silent the whole time, and then once she's done, be like, okay, let me try to reach her. Meemaw. Hello?
That or leave her on speakerphone and pretend you can't hear what she's saying.
Do you hear that? I feel something, but I don't hear anything.
Joke's on you. My grandma transitioned.
She is now Grandpa.
Yeah, so
No, hydrate, buddy.
yeah, hydration's key.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Big hydration podcast.
Water bottle noises.
This brings me back to like the first few episodes where you were always trying to hide your.
I'm a podcast professional now. I don't even bring liquids into this environment. I peed before I came in here.
No, you didn't. Now that I'm thinking about it, you didn't.
In the grand scheme of things, I did. I peed when I woke up this morning.
Same. We got to make sure that you can read what it says.
For the people just listening,
Yeah.
tears.
I was hoping Dave was going to read it. He's looking right at it.
That's one ball I'll leave on the tee.
Okay.
His bottle says it contains tears of the people I've beaten in Highland games.
So what you're saying is there's no Holland tears in that bottle.
That's only because he aged out. We don't compete together anymore.
And
Excuses.
So a ball in the tee, actually, it's better to think of it like sometimes it's funny to watch a coach pitch a no-no and coach pitch. And that's what kind of what I like to let you do. You're like, hey, read this.
Pitch a no-no. What are you
Yeah,
talking
pitch a no-hitter and coach pitch because you pitched your own team. Like you don't want to pitch a no-hitter. Whatever. It's a good analogy.
Is it?
I think that just makes you a bad coach.
That's what I'm saying. When he did that, I like to let him hang. Instead of, it wasn't a ball in the tee, it was coach pitch, him pitching a no-hitter and coach pitch.
Yeah, right. You never let me hang.
So what you're saying is Caleb was playing like kickball and you threw
I
a
was-
baseball at him.
I just watched it go by. We practiced this.
That was a good throw you did.
Yeah. Right down the middle.
Man, if I had hit that, that would have been Sammy Sosa. Anyway, so yeah, my stones weigh 802.
You
And,
way to stop it before we talked about Sammy Sosa for the rest of the podcast.
Yeah, I know. As soon as I saw your, I saw your little look,
You saw the sparkle in his eye.
Sammy Sosa, huh?
saw your look. I was like, no, we got
Now we're
to
getting
shut
some
that
topics so
down.
we can get some meat on them bones.
Never mind. I don't even want to go into that.
All right,
I
whatever.
will say I think David picked up the larger stones by the end of it.
Hollands.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was like, oh yeah. The
Yeah.
little baby Denny's, mini Denny's, if you will.
Many
Did
did.
those come off of those? Or where'd you get those?
I don't know. My friend Alan made them for me for Christmas.
Oh, cool.
Mini Denny's, as my wife has coined.
That may be copyrighted somewhere. So
I don't know. Not here.
If it's not, we need to.
If that's
I
a
agree.
mini, then I've lost the genetic lottery.
You and me both.
work with what you got.
Yeah.
That's all we can all do.
Yep. Anyways, my actual stones that I have yet to name weigh 802. And so far, there's only 2 people who lift them, and that's me and Holland.
Yeah.
I picked up the small ones.
He did pick up the medium Denny's. They're
Medium. We'll take it.
559 combined total.
It's close enough for me.
205 and 354. So, not bad.
Whose phone number was that?
I don't know.
8675309.
Jenny, that two-timing tramp.
Should have
What
stayed
a
with
hussy.
Forrest. Should have stayed with Forrest. Anyways,
So, did anybody get any, other than the mini Denny's, get anything cool for Christmas?
I mean, yeah, you're looking at it.
They're not hearing it.
They are in a way. And that's what they get for not going to YouTube. Anyways, we got some cool new podcast equipment in here for Christmas. So, which video will be better soon too, because I got a piece of video equipment that I can't use at the moment.
Oh,
But I just have to get things. But either way, so
Yeah.
upgrades are coming.
yeah, I do like the new mic setup.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I do like this new,
New old table.
the new old table. AMVET special,
Yes.
$35.
Sweet.
Yep.
You also got a lightsaber.
I did get a pretty sick lightsaber.
That's
There'll be, if you tune into either mine or the podcast TikTok, I'm sure people are going to see it very soon. In fact, we had ideas today, but
Yeah.
someone, not to name names,
David.
did not bring theirs. He has 2, and I have 1, so we were going to each have 1, and we were going to cross streams, if you will.
Oh, yes.
Like the Three Musketeers, but like worse.
The movies say not to cross the streams.
Would be like the Three Musketeers, but like stronger. two-thirds of us. It'll be
And more handsome.
yeah, and way more handsome. D'Artagnan, who? I don't know. D'Artagnan.
Yeah,
was
what is
pretty handsome.
D'Artagnan's last name?
I kind of feel bad that I don't
know.
have a lightsaber.
Canyon.
I don't either. It's the lightsaber side of the table. Then there's us.
D'Artagnan.
That's his full name, D'Artagnan. D'Artagnan.
D'Artagnan. It's his full Christian name.
God-given name right there. So, Holland, you've got the story this week. What do you got?
Oh, okay. So my story is a couple of stories, actually.
No notes today.
No notes, yeah.
Bummer.
It's called being a professional.
You say that, but he's had a full-on notebook the last 2 times.
Yeah. 3-ring binder, the whole works.
Yeah.
But, no, so,
PowerPoint presentation.
PowerPoint.
Hey,
so
for those who aren't watching, he just assaulted me.
He liked it.
David will be pressing charges later.
I'll see you in AR when we get back to work, buddy.
Pinky promise? What just happened?
I tried to do it on my peripherals. My pinky peripherals is not what it once was.
So that was a very awkward pinky promise.
Well, it's because you were watching, pervert.
Sorry.
Yeah. We normally don't have that problem when it's just us.
Oh.
Anyways, back
Anyway, okay,
on
so
topic.
the story. Okay,
some
so
sort.
we'll start off. So I like military last stands, kind of thing. And we had recently
What?
talked about, the Battle of Thermopylae, and
God bless you.
300. So like the Persians had put together an army that, well, at the time it was probably the largest army ever assembled.
Drank the rivers dry.
Like 100, over 100,000 people in this army.
Block out the sun with our arrows.
That was a legit line. Like that was recorded in history that they used in the movie.
I'm going to keep this smug look on my face like I knew that,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, the We Will Fight in the Shade is like legit. Like there was a bunch of Greeks that just kind of documented this stuff, and those are written in those ancient texts. So like we're quoting their.
I would say like that's the most.
Some of the best lines
That is
I've
probably the coolest response to that you could have.
yeah.
Then we will fight in the shade.
Yeah.
How would you like to be the one guy that wasn't a soldier that just had to travel around with his little stone notepad taking notes of what's being said?
You guys
on
are
the
talking too
battlefield?
fast.
I picture it was a man up on a hill just kind of watching and going like, "Yeah, I got the spirit of the event. Let's try." Just made it up.
He just writes down indiscriminate war noises.
Yeah.
I got the gist of it. It's like
Like-
a little asterisk.
Yeah.
Me and my wife
Screaming
like to
in
do
distance.
that. We see a couple arguing that we can't quite hear what they're saying.
Fill
We're
in
just
what-
filling in. I feel like that's what they were doing. Oh, he's feisty. He said that your robe is
Fast. Definitely use the word feisty.
Yeah.
Maybe even the word shiesty.
Shiesty. So back to the
Yeah.
battle.
He was going somewhere with this,
Yeah.
dude.
So
We're going nowhere with anything. Okay. Actually, I would say we're going nowhere fast.
very fast.
Proceed.
So 300 Spartans and a couple thousand other Greek city-state people like Thespians and Phocians.
Whoa, they had those too?
They did.
How progressive.
And showed up and held off this army for 3 days. And so the way the geography at Thermopylae was, it was only wide enough really that the Spartans did the main grunt of the fighting. So really it was those 300 versus the 100,000 Persian army.
Sounds like Call of Duty zombies.
Yeah, really. Well, especially if you think about like the casualties that the Persians took the first day, they estimate between 7,000 and 10,000 casualties were, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Smashing into that phalanx wall over and over again.
And it was so bad that Xerxes was afraid that his army was going to desert, like that he sent in, and that was actual factual sort of to the movie. He sent in his immortals, his crack troops early because he was like, we've got to make something happen or I'm going to lose my army. And so of course, I guess they weren't as freaky looking in real life as they were in the movie, but
They did apparently have robes though, and they had some kind of silk that they'd figured out they could weave that they could see through it, but you couldn't necessarily see in it. So they did look like faceless individuals to these ancients. They just saw them for the first time, like, holy crap, it's freaking demons.
Yeah, well, and when one died, they would replace it with the other one, and since they all looked the same,
Yeah.
it didn't look like they ever lost any. Yeah. So
It's
that's
terrifying.
why they were called immortals, because they tried to make it tried to make people think that they couldn't die.
Yeah, imagine not having the internet and not knowing what this crap is and seeing an army of like thousands of people with rhinoloceros and elephants and faceless dudes.
Yeah.
That's called the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. These guys were going to Mordor for realsies.
Ew.
Minus the hobbits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know that.
Well, TBD on that.
Maybe not as many.
What do the ancient scrolls say, Holland?
Not in Sparta. Yeah. The Spartan ones end up on the bottom of a cliff.
So I tell that story. Those 300 and supporters held this army back for 3 days. Well, so I recently read a book called Blood of Heroes, which is about the Alamo, and newspapers at the time called the Alamo the modern day Thermopylae. That's how I tied that in.
Hell
It's
yeah.
actually makes sense. I can make that connection.
Yeah, so 200 soldiers held the Alamo fort for 13 days against 10,000 of Santa
How
Anna's
many?
army. Between 6 and 10,000.
How many Americans did you say?
200.
So there was 199 and a hell of a Tennessean.
Yeah. Really. So they held them for 13 days until they were overrun and all killed. But I found out where we got that extra 10 days from, because the Spartans only held for 3, we held for 13. There was an American at the Alamo. There was a Millsaps at the Alamo.
Hot dog.
Yeah. Isaac Millsaps.
There's the Tennessean.
Yeah.
Well, Davy Crockett was there too.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah, he's a Tennessean.
Yeah.
The Millsaps was the hell of a Tennessean.
So Isaac Millsaps fought at the Alamo, and the reason that he was even in North Texas was
Crockett owed him money.
That was a heavy stone that needs to be picked up.
he went with the Tennessee militia under Jackson to fight at the
sick.
Battle of New Orleans.
Oh, cool. So he's in the neighborhood.
So when he was when he was young, he fought at the Battle of New Orleans, and he just stayed west and kind of matriculated, south and west. And then by the time the Alamo rolls around, he hears, "Oh, I haven't been in a fight in a while, so I'm gonna ride on down to the Alamo."
I'll be his +1.
So I figured out that
That's pretty sick.
that counted for the extra 10 days,
At least.
Easy.
So
Someone's got to pick the wall back up when it falls down.
Someone, I heard that someone was there throwing dead Mexicans at the living ones, and now we know who.
Old Sir Isaac Millsaps.
old Isaac.
Like a hammer, holding by their feet.
So if you are a big fan of like final military stands, I recommend you look up The Last Stand of Fox Company. So this was Marine Corps excursion during the Korean War, and you had a very broken company at this point. Like their numbers are low, and they're essentially fighting off an entire mix of Chinese and Korean regiment. So you're talking something 10, 20, 30 times their size. And it's also known as the Chosen Reservoir or the Frozen Chosen. The average daily temperature at that time was -35. It was so cold that the lube they used on their weapons would freeze the weapon solid. So they would have to kill Koreans and steal their weapons because the Koreans were lubing their weapons with whale oil, which didn't freeze at those temperatures. So it was in one company of Marines that had to hold back an entire regiment for multiple days while the army was pulling out, because this was the stopgap of if they made it through here, they were going to lose all of Korea.
Oh, dang.
So
No
if you're
pull-out
into big
joke?
stuff like that, I would definitely look into that one.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. It kind of reminds me, what's that? The Battle of Sanford Bridge, when the Vikings were getting overrun, and this one Viking dude held the bridge against the English army, and for long enough for the Vikings to set up a shield wall on the other side. Killed 50 soldiers or so by himself just staying on the bridge. The way they actually got him is they got on a boat, went under the bridge, and they speared him up through the bottom of the bridge.
One of my favorite last stands is Mankind and Undertaker in Hell in a Cell.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I believe we talked about this
Makes
last
me feel very
episode.
patriotic.
Yeah. Which, that is an iconic show. I mean,
Yeah, David's favorite Bible verse is Austin 3:16.
Yeah.
So.
Hell yeah. What?
Stone Cold David.
We're just going to look at Caleb.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Caleb play on his phone.
Yeah. Real professional.
Playing a game. You got games on your phone?
You got
I know
games.
people still did Wordle.
The best part of that is for the people that just listen, they had no clue if we hadn't called them out.
Yeah.
Well, I think now would be a great time for an ad. So here you go.
Oh, all right. Oh, I'm excited about these. About this, the Valkyrie.
Yeah, I figure this will be a good topic of discussion after.
Yeah, Valkyrie Strength Club. Hey Dave,
What?
do you have a 300-pound Husafell sandbag?
I can probably find one on a certain website you're going to tell me about.
What about a 75-pound purple throw bag?
Retweet of my last statement.
Any sandbag?
I think I still got the old one on top of my old basketball hoop at mom and dad's to keep it from tipping over. That might be the only one I actually physically own.
Yeah. Well, in that case, it sounds like you need to go to ValkyrieStrengthClub.com. They have quality and durable sandbags for an affordable price. You can also pick up a new set of knee sleeves while you're there.
I didn't even know knees could have sleeves.
They're called pants.
But better.
Go check out their wide selection of sandbags and tell them Iron Palace sent you. Discount code coming soon.
Yep.
So is the discount code coming soon, or the discount code is coming soon?
Like we don't have it yet.
Okay.
So we will soon.
You heard it here. Put in discount code coming soon. Yeah.
INGSOON.
But I am excited about Valkyrie Strength Club.
I'm too. That's pretty cool.
I went to their website and I couldn't believe, like, how much was that Husafell bag?
So for the 300-pound Husafell sandbag with getting, because you can also get customized, you can get your name or anything embroidered on it. So with the Iron Palace podcast embroidered on it, it was like $140.
Will they embroider David's face on one for me?
I don't know. I wish they would.
That's a lot of face to embroider, boys.
After you get it, maybe you could screen print it.
Maybe. Might have to.
I want them to embroider it nice and fuzzy for the beard, though.
Yeah, texture.
Yeah, just needlepoint some yarn into it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy inexpensive.
And I think
Their shirts and stuff
compared
are
to,
really
like-
sick too, and their
Yeah.
shorts.
Mhm.
Their shorts are sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking to the owner right now. He's going to be on the podcast soon.
Oh, sweet.
Yep. Hopefully next week, but I don't know for sure. I got to work out schedules. But either way, he'll be here. Well, not physically here, but he'll be on the phone.
He'll be here in spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, it's actually pretty cool. One of our new bigger sponsors.
Yeah.
So
Reach out to us too. That was cool.
and so they're also sponsoring the event. Are the Iron Palace's Strongest Man, and every athlete that signs up will get a 20% discount coupon.
Hot dog.
Oh, man.
On already amazing prices.
That's not even for winners. That's every athlete that signs up. And then they're also talking about some more stuff maybe for the winners. So more to come on that. But
I don't want to announce now. I'm going to sign up.
well, too bad. Hate it for you.
Tragic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty cool. So
Hey, speaking of our competition, we haven't plugged it yet.
I'll plug you.
Demonetized.
yeah, that's kind of where I figured we were going with this one.
Yeah. So March 16th.
March 16th, 2024.
Holland's plugging.
Yep. It's actually a special event we're having there called Holland's Plugin
Yep.
Live.
live.
Don't miss it.
As my papa used to say, live. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
So what kind of events are going to happen at this competition?
Well, what kind of events are going to happen? I don't know. Might be changing one.
We don't know yet. As of right now, we're not changing anything, but it will be the Denny deadlift, be a rising bar come in. Whenever you come in, you can't come out. But you can choose when you start lifting at, and then we'll just keep increasing the weight until we have the last man standing. Then we move on to the Apollon's lift, which is a axle bar loaded with continental clean and pressed overhead for max weight also, and then final will be the Zercher squat, all max weight, one rep maxes
Allegedly.
until we find the strongest, and then we make them the Knight of the Iron Palace.
Might be getting rid of the Zercher squat for like a pom-pom toss or something.
I think that would be a good idea.
Flaming pom-pom toss.
Yeah.
There we go.
We're hearing the Zercher is keeping people from signing up, so it's probably going to get canned for one that's less complicated.
Here's my thought. I don't want to can it because if you're scared of a Zercher squat, you don't need to be a knight of the Iron Palace.
You've got a point. Like it's like they don't want to do this. I picked it only because it looks difficult. That is the whole reason it's there. It's one you don't see.
Because the people I've talked to, Chad Clark being one of them, has said that it is a really cool. Like even though he did mention the Zercher squat looks, crazy, but he said that it does look like a phenomenal group of events.
Now, this is from the floor, correct? That's
All-
not out of a rack?
Yeah.
Correct. Yep.
But like nobody's going to be like. I think everybody feels the same way about it. So it's not going to cost you probably the event because I think everybody's going into it probably the same level playing field. Like I don't do this a whole lot.
And that's why we picked it.
Yeah.
Maybe there's one dude that like
That's his thing.
specializes in Zerchers.
I did actually. There was one of the guys I follow on Instagram. I used to watch his YouTube a lot. He posted doing heavy Zercher squats. So I commented inviting him to the competition.
There you go.
He's busy. He's not able to make it. But, I mean, he was doing like 405 Zercher squats from the floor. I was like, ooh,
That's
okay.
too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Who's that guy? There's a guy that he used to do a lot of collabs with Juju Mufu that did all kinds of strange lifts. I think he's wrestling now.
I don't know. Juju does a lot of collabs.
He
Yeah.
shaved his head now too.
He did. Yeah, he's getting plugs.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Just the same plugging that Holland's getting live?
Different.
or-
Similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Opposite ends of the body.
Similar amounts of plugging happening
Yeah.
though.
Oh, okay. Different locations.
Numbers wise,
Right,
yeah. Like on a
right,
sheet
yes.
of paper, there's not really telling much difference. It's all about
yeah.
location.
Got it.
Location, location, location.
So hey, after the
One
three,
uses the same pour over and over again.
after the three
Not
lifts,
to be confused with Clint pour.
yeah. I mean, go ahead.
but after the three lifts, after the competition, there is going to be a record breaker event.
Yep. You can challenge, and any athlete can pick up to any 5 records listed in the USAWA handbook and try to break the record. So I know one guy that signed up is already calling out the Allen lift.
I'm peeing for distance.
His name is Allen.
Oh, so he's going for
So he's
it.
going for the Allen lift. It is a sit up where you can have your feet anchored, but it's a weighted sit up with weight over your head, and you from the floor just sit up. The current record is 7 pounds.
7 pounds. Oh,
7 pounds.
okay.
I'm just imagining lower ab walls ripping.
Yep. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it, but I'll watch him.
Pervert.
Yes.
That means if you can do just a bare 45-pound bar, you've got it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I know he's calling that one out. I've not really heard too much. I've got someone that's already signed up, but he wants to test the Denny lift, so he's going to meet me at the gym next couple of weeks to practice. So,
Caleb and I are going to break a world record.
yep, we've already done it once. We just got to
Yeah.
do it again in competition. But 1,100 pound combined deadlift total, not combined. Sorry, 2-man deadlift total.
Yeah.
Can't get that mixed up.
We call it the Bofa lift.
Bofa.
Both.
I still think it'd be funny if you guys dug a little pit on Caleb's side of the bar so that it came up.
We really
Even.
should.
Just dig him in about halfway up his shins.
I could stand on a box or something.
See, I thought about it, but then that would make you be doing a deficit
Yeah.
versus, which is worse for you. But
Yeah.
if I'm just
You're
in a
doing
hole,
Oh yeah, you're doing a rack pull.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's worth a shot. I think we should definitely ask about it.
Well, I mean, it could become a new lift.
How about I want a new lift? What if we do it twice?
If it's got to be named after someone, we call it the Philip.
Yeah, you would want that. Philip who, Dave?
I don't know. I never met the guy.
Phil and Lil.
Yeah.
Philip.
The clown of the duck. It's a great Rugrats episode.
Philip. I actually need to watch that because you told me
Yeah.
about it.
You ever seen that one? The Rugrats episode? So, Phil and Lil had little duckies on their outfits. Well, they went to a park and there was like some kind of fight happening. And the Scottish kids thought they were kilts. Like, it's the clown of the duck. And brought them in because they had ducks on their kilts. It's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, you joked saying we need to get ducks to put on
Yeah,
all
we
of
need
our
to get little
kilts.
duckies on our kilts. We'd be clan of the duck. Whatever. I guess you had to be there.
The duck could have a barbell in its mouth
could.
or something. And then you could sell that as a patch.
And
Like
to be
merch.
in the clan of the duck, you have to successfully catch a duck from the duck pond near my house at Fountain
While
City.
carrying
Those hood
Denny
ducks.
stones.
Only that one, though. Has to be that duck pond.
Yeah,
Not any duck pond.
Yeah. Our ducks would beat the shit out of the Chihowee Park ducks. I'm just putting it out there.
I don't want to see anybody down at the Alcoa duck pond.
Yeah.
It's like, them ducks walk right up to you. Ain't no difficulty.
You're not getting a patch for
Those
that.
the ducks down here show up at Publix. All right.
Yeah.
No.
We want the ones that only
Yeah.
strictly go to Dollar General.
The ducks in Fountain City are going to the Dollar General market and
Save
robbing
a
the
lot.
McDonald's dumpsters.
That only grocery shop at Dollar General or save a lot.
They live by a cash check or cash advance, like
Yep.
payday loan place.
And they've all got like either a cigarette in the top of their ear or a toothpick in their
You know, they
mouth.
say that's the first sign that the ghetto's coming to where you live. Is
Dollar
the
General.
cash
the-
they advance.
Yeah, the cash advance loan places. There's a
That
couple
makes
of them out
sense.
there around the pond. I told you, it's the duck ghetto. There's a lot of homeless, though. They need to do something about that. They've got like a little Teleco village they set up down there where they're all
Do
standing on the
something
waterfront.
about- yeah. What do you need to do something about that?
Are we still talking about
I'm
the
just
duck?
saying.
What do you do with a homeless duck?
I'm just saying, there's plenty of people behind a shield
Give
that
it
need
a
to be
home.
doing something about this.
I thought all ducks were homeless, technically.
No.
They're nomads.
Yeah, it's a frame of mind kind of thing.
They're rambling men.
Rambling ducks.
Rambling ducks, yeah.
I'm trying
Not
to
these
picture a
ducks.
duck with a cigarette behind its ear.
These ducks don't want to relocate because then the
kinda
government
scary,
just
isn't
send them their checks.
You wouldn't chase that duck.
Yeah. If these ducks relocated, the government never find them sending their checks. These ducks ain't going anywhere. These ducks are going to stay right there on that block for the rest of their life. Just like their fathers before them.
They fly south for the winter.
No, they don't. They don't. Quote, F with the South Side.
So this is a strong, well-built duck tradition at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Duck culture. There's a real strong community. Yeah.
Duck culture.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would understand.
No.
It's for all my quackers on the east side. You hear me?
All right, we're gonna stop the duck talk right now. No more ducking around, okay?
So about these patches.
Quackers. Sorry.
I don't know where we go from here.
So, would
Really
you
don't.
rather fight a horse-sized duck or 50 duck-sized horses?
One
Duck-sized horses.
Yeah, one duck-sized horse.
Think about how hard that bill's going to be. And it's the size of
I'll
a
punch you in the
horse's
neck, dude.
mouth.
You got a
It's
tw-
the size of a horse's mouth.
I mean, a 1,200-pound duck.
Ducks aren't scared of you when they weigh 3 pounds.
I'm going to
That's
punt.
actually a fair point.
I'm going to punt
what was the
50
other one?
tiny horses.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. What was the other one?
50 duck-sized horses.
Okay, never mind that one. I misunderstood the second one.
I'm punting small horses right across the field for that.
How funny would that be?
I would act like I was filming a new Dixie Chicks video and I would sing Cowboy Take Me Away and I was a giant princess among all the miniature horses.
He would just crowd surf away with the horses.
Cowboy Take Me Away.
It's an interesting thought.
That video would be a hit.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
I was
be
picturing
a-
majestic like the galloping horses at the beginning of the Kanye West video for Bound 2. You're all familiar with that video, right?
No.
That's a different swing on Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy.
Yeah. Every time we talk
Save a
about
cowboy, stomp 50 mini horses.
this, mini horses. Yeah.
You know, apparently I won a mini horse rodeo.
He did.
Yeah.
It's on his IMDb.
Did you just pick it up and throw it?
This
No,
is why I have you here. Like every time you're here, I swear I learned some new and interesting fact about you.
David's
Yeah,
the one
it
that
was
told
in
me
my
this
story
fact.
last week, remember?
Yeah.
That he won a miniature horse rodeo.
Oh, never mind. I thought you were telling me this is legit. I remembered that, but I was like, dang, David actually knew it again.
He had a high ankle sprain. They ended up having to shoot the horse, and his significant other at the time made him promise to hang up his spurs.
Yeah.
His little mini chaps and spurs.
I was literally about ready to start tapping you, saying, you knew that?
You've not lived until you've seen a miniature horse just getting it with Holland's feet dragging behind it, and all the dust is kicking up.
He's got a mini cowboy hat on. Going,
Dude, if he's not the rootinest and tootinest, I don't know who he is.
amen to that.
Yeah.
And I was so
You
excited.
thought he got another one
I
right?
did. I was like, man, how did you know about the socks and the mini horse?
Yes, spoilers. Our
David's
last,
the Simpsons of the podcast world.
last episode, my feat of strength, I just made up stuff about Holland. And I said that this guy is he says there's a difference in a right sock and a left sock, and he only wears right socks. And Holland goes, well, actually, and he starts talking about socks for about 10 minutes. I was like,
Yeah, I really thought you knew some more information.
I was like, David, get out of my head.
I'm normally pretty caught up on the podcast, but Christmas week has me thrown off of my
this one, I think
podcast
this one's out,
schedule.
yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's- at this time of recording, that episode's not out yet.
Got it.
That's why I said spoilers.
Anyway, so this every time we talk about the would you rather fight thing, I always think of Nate Bargatze's special. Like we went and saw him in person, and he talked. That's what he talked about. He said, "You put 1,000 women in a room with an orangutan, and not one of them will have the thought, you should fight it. None of them. You ask them all. Would you try to fight it? No. Why would?
That orangutan's going to have a massacre on its hands, though.
And then he said, but you put 5 guys in there. 4 of them have the idea to try to fight it, and one of them said, you should do it.
I think you guys got it.
David is definitely the one.
Yeah.
He said,
I don't look that tough. I think you guys got it.
he cracked me. He said, like back in the day, that was a real thing. People just go fight an orangutan. He said, we didn't have Google. We couldn't just look up how strong is an
didn't they put
orangutan.
like boxing gloves on it?
Yeah. People just unconscious getting drug out of the arena because you couldn't just look up how strong is an orangutan. You don't know. It just looks like every other average guy sitting on the couch.
I do feel like I could talk a group of guys into fighting an orangutan pretty easily.
Next thing you know, you're taking a right hook to the mouth.
Like, look, dude, you're smarter than he is. Just use that. Like, there's a reason you're top of the food chain, dog. Like, I'd have you think.
I'm being 100% honest. If I was in a room with an orangutan, it probably wouldn't take much for me to try to fight it.
It wouldn't take much for me to try to want. See, because I would have that thought to begin with. Like, I wonder if we could take this orangutan.
Yeah.
I'm not going first. So I'm going to try to talk other people into doing it and then see how it fares for them.
I've heard enough stories at this point. I'm not fighting that monkey.
None
It's
of
not
that
going to
means-
happen.
No.
No,
all
give me
that
about
does to
15
me-
minutes. I think I can talk it.
All I think of about if I hear all these stories is, so if I win,
I mean, if it's life
I'm
and
better
death,
than them.
I'm going to go after it.
I don't know.
But-
It looks kind of hungry.
Look how scrawny their arms are.
But look,
saying.
boys,
Look at them legs, though.
if we can wait it out a little bit,
don't
I
get
think he'll
kicked.
dehydrate before we will.
I grew up by cow fields. I know how to dodge kicks.
Hold
Hold on.
I'm just
There it is. I put that there for a reason.
But would you rather fight an orangutan or a gorilla?
Orangutan. You kidding me?
Yeah. What about an orangutan?
I don't
The
know.
orangutan barehanded, but the gorilla with a weapon. Like a bat or
Still
something.
orangutan. Wait, I get the bat?
You get the bat.
Yeah.
Still orangutan.
Okay, orangutan or chimpanzee?
Orangutan.
Yeah.
Actually,
Orangutan or a
wait.
gorilla, but you have a 9mm. But you only have 5 bullets.
Okay. I shoot it one time in the head, the other 4 go in the air.
Yeah.
But this is a mad gorilla that's charging you. You think you can get him in the head on the move?
Yep.
Okay.
Nobody's seen me and Chris Kyle in the same room.
I'm just saying, they didn't, like, RIP, but it only took 1 shot for Harambe.
That was a rifle.
Stand by what I said.
And he was in a cage. They were shooting from up.
I'm
down.
assuming we're all in a cage.
Fish in a barrel type
I like to
situation.
call it the Thunderdome.
Yep. If I picture we're fighting somebody or something, we're already in a cage.
Yeah, but the guy with the gun wasn't in the cage. He's hanging out up top taking a sniper shot.
I stand by what I said. I feel more confident fighting a gorilla with a handgun than I do an orangutan with nothing.
Well, if you do it, let me know so we
Take
can
my chance.
film you being the little kid getting slung around.
There's also no shot that I
pin.
do that without it being on video.
I'm pretty agile. I just slide under his legs and then Texas heart shot. Pow.
David would just slide into his DMs.
Yeah.
Oh, we know
familiar with
what
the Texas heart
Holland.
shot?
That's from my last podcast.
You familiar with the Texas heart shot? Anybody? Texas heart shot?
No.
I'm
So-
familiar with the Texas heart throb.
So a lot of animals that walk on all fours, like a gorilla does sometimes, when they're in full trot, your beehole kind of lines up with your heart. That's a Texas heart shot through the butt.
Oh.
How do you know that?
Watched a lot of hunting shows in my youth.
The youths.
I
Yeah.
actually do know a guy that dropped a deer and there was no entry wound. And when they went to clean it, like his insides were just shredded, and that's why.
Apparently, a lot of people get turkeys that way. Yep. Wrecked him, hell, damn near killed him.
You just said that so nonchalant. You just looked at me. Wrecked him.
You know, Hall's got that dog in him.
God. David, did you write an ad for this week?
No, I didn't know I was supposed to.
I know. I forgot to tell. I forgot
That
about
was my
writing mine.
bad.
You want to make one up for NutriFit?
Sure. You guys should definitely go to NutriFit. No joke. Their pre-workout is delicious. Everything I've tried has been fantastic. Use code CalebCDay to get you a little discount and support the podcast. They've got a lot of sick flavors, and the tubs are cool too. Like, even if you get a flavor you don't love, which I doubt will happen, the tub still looks dope. So it's always a win. It's always a win.
Is it always a win?
Most Yeah, it's always a win.
It's always a win.
Yeah.
As long as there's a bathroom.
Yeah, I just stopped to do the math, but
Yep.
is it?
You carry,
Yeah, always.
carry the 2, divide by
Yeah.
4.
And me and Caleb actually used it this morning. It's pretty good stuff.
Good
Facts.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Holland's pants. What kind of collection are you wearing from over there today? What goes with that lovely shirt?
I believe these pants are Wranglers.
Are they a good knock around jean, or are they more of a club jean?
Pretty much all of my clothes are knock around.
Same. Yeah, the older I get, the less there is a difference in my going out jeans and my knocking around jeans. You know.
Yeah.
I only own 3 pairs of jeans, so 4. I own 4.
You just rotate them.
Yep.
Yeah. But one is like, okay, if I'm going to like church or something, these are those pants. Like you got one that are the least knock around of the knock around jeans, right?
I've never heard the word knock around used so many times in secession.
I wear.
I don't think
slacks
secession is
to
the word
church.
you're looking for. There is it.
I don't know anymore. I thought I knew until you said that. And now my whole life is a lie.
You said secession, like seceding from the union.
That's what I meant.
Succession is what you were looking
No,
for. I
you
think.
suck.
We're not supposed to have suck
Me and
sessions
Holland had a
on
couple
this
suck
podcast.
sessions. You'd be surprised how long that man can do a handstand.
That's the Iron Palace after dark.
Yeah.
At night.
It's our Patreon
Yeah.
content.
Join the page for suck sessions.
David just started an OnlyFans.
Succession.
All right, everybody take a drink. Hydrate, boys.
Holland?
Oh, my bad.
Too bad you don't have a drink.
I feel left out though, since I just have the plastic water bottle. You all have the fancy.
I hydrated before I came. Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a Boy Scout, always prepared.
We should be playing a board game during the next podcast, like Shoots and Ladders or something.
Hey, well,
We've talked about that.
yeah.
Speaking of Boy Scouts, I have a real quick thing before we move on to what you say, because I know undoubtedly we're going to go down that rabbit hole. But did you see the Boy Scout that won all the patches?
No,
No.
Yeah, won all of them. I didn't think that was possible.
There's probably some weird patches out there these days too.
Yeah.
I bet he was. How many patches is that? I mean, that's
it's a lot. I remember reading it thinking, wow.
I mean,
Who's got that kind of time?
How many sashes do you have to get all those on there?
I don't know. Sachet, even.
Sachet.
Anyways, what were you going to say?
Oh no, I was just saying, if we found a DM for our D&D
No.
game,
I've been trying. So far, it's a no-go.
Everybody wants to play. Nobody wants to DM.
Yeah, that's the problem. I've got a lot of people like, yeah, I love playing, but no one does the...
Well, all right,
If
take one for
David
the team
isn't
for
a
30
hobbit,
minutes.
there's a problem. Or, I'm sorry, a halfling. You can't say
should
hobbit.
be
'cause
the
that's like
Hobbit Bard.
copyrighted.
I'm going to be some kind of bard. I think it was funny, too. We're going to have Holland be something massive, but also be the sneaky one. So it's like, oh, there's a 12-foot dragon creature trying to hide behind this 3-foot bush. Yeah, I guess
it
he doesn't.
worked.
Yeah.
Whatever he is, needs to have a beak, because if I don't get to call him Sneaky Beaky, I will be very upset.
sneaky beaky.
Yep.
The 12-foot tall dragon rolled a nat 20 and
Yeah.
sneak.
He's currently hiding behind a stick.
He hid behind his hands, and we could not see him.
I put my hands in front of my eyes. Roll for stealth.
Right before he attacked, he said peekaboo. And it worked.
All you hear from me and Dave, where'd he go? Oh, my God.
Wherever did he go?
It makes me think of that meme, Shaq hiding behind that street lamp.
Yep. But yeah, that is the plan to do that. Just so far, no luck on the
Yeah.
DM side of things.
Can we make Caleb just like the smallest fairy? Just like switch things up, make him a
No,
super
he
small.
does
guy?
not be a fairy.
He does have the heart of a dancer.
I don't know. The vote right now is 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, when I think fairy, I ultimately think Kay.
Why is that, Holland?
Well, I didn't until just now. But
We'll just call him Fairy Terry.
Fairy Jerry, get it right.
No, Fairy Terry.
But no, I will not be a fairy.
you make a great fairy.
You say that now.
I mean, I did make a great fairy. I dressed up as the Tooth Fairy for Halloween a few years
So
ago.
you have more fairy experience than anyone else in the group.
You just won it.
That is true.
You're a fairy vet, dog.
You and the Rock.
Thank you for your service.
You've been in them fairy trenches, dog, serving your fairy country.
Hey, somebody's got to do it. Was it going to be y'all, apparently?
What's that PT test look like?
I was wondering what the fairy Uncle Sam I Want You poster would look like.
Bet I don't make it after this is over.
The Rock, the Tooth Fairy movie. It's just the cover of The Rock's Tooth Fairy movie.
Just the tiniest little wings on his back.
That was actually the inspiration behind my costume, was The Rock being the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
I just forgot the football pads.
I think that's cultural appropriation these days.
Could be.
Wasn't he a hockey player in that movie?
Yes.
I think he was both.
Bofa.
Both of them. It was both of them.
So Caleb is a fairy confirmed.
No, but I might have someone that could do it. I just thought of somebody else to try and reach.
Let's call him up.
Live on the podcast.
Yeah, no.
Could we even do that?
What do you mean? Could we do that? We have had call-in guests before, Holland.
But that
Not
was,
live.
and we didn't do it in the middle of already starting the podcast.
Seeing as my current setup, not while we have a fourth person here. If Jake was not here, yes.
You're pretty much just sending the phone directly to the other mic channel.
Yeah.
So you can start recording whenever you want.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll leave.
I didn't say that, but
Get out of
yeah, I would have to replace Jake's with the telephone
Why is your go-to to replace somebody else's?
because he's currently on the channel that it has to go on.
Why can't it go on one?
Because it won't let me do that.
Not with that attitude.
No, not with this thing. Like it has a picture on it that, you know what?
So now it's a thing.
So I don't want to get too technical, but there's a picture
With a thing
and the
on it? Yeah.
It's,
You wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of pictures and things around
All I
here.
know
okay?
is my seat's always base.
I'll have you know I watched a YouTube video.
All I know is that there's no tag backs, and I'm not it. So I had no idea what you were doing.
I was mesmerized
You
for a
boys
second
keep podcasting, all right? I'm going to do me.
Separate question. Holland, can you close that?
there. Is that a 2.5?
I don't know, maybe. Don't look. Holland.
Then I don't think so. We'll try it. No. Oh, yes, that was the sound of them closing.
Those are mine.
Lifto damanillo, sanctamonto camanillo.
We're now an ASMR podcast.
Those remind me of the magnets that you have as a kid. Like you throw them together, and they rattle.
I'm the Iron Palace Pope.
Iron Palace.
Yeah. I
Iron
just don't
Palace
really
Pope.
know Latin.
You don't?
Something manamucho, nacho chizo, jalapeno.
Sounds like it to me. Hey, we should get the Dalai Lama on here since we know.
Yeah, you know the llama.
Yeah, you know the Lama.
Yeah, we go way back.
Yeah.
What's his real name?
Doug.
I knew it. I knew it.
Doug Llama.
Doug Lama.
Doug Lama.
His friends call him Kaiser. I'm not quite sure why.
I thought you were just going to say Doug again.
No.
I did too. I was,
Something with a roll or something. They said you had to be there. It was his bachelor party or something. I
friends
don't know.
call him Doug, but
Everybody else also
His
calls
boys,
him Doug.
yeah, his boys call him Dougie Too Fresh.
yeah. But his friends just call him Dolly.
They call him Big D, Big Swinging D Llama.
We're gonna get sued.
Yeah. which L is silent in llama?
I don't even know how to spell.
I think
Lama.
it's the first
Yeah,
one
it's
in
got two L's
Dolly.
in it. Yeah.
You know, that llama is only one L.
Is it really? I'm
See?
leaving.
Told you I didn't know
Yeah.
how to spell it.
Taking my grippers and
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Take my ball and go home.
But the llama that I met was the Panchen llama. Looks
God
like
bless you.
the number 2 llama. It's under the dolly.
And everybody needs to get solid number
multiple
2.
llamas.
And yeah, they have a
whole
hierarchy.
herd?
There's a hierarchy of llamas. Yeah,
I know. I just don't feel right if I don't have a good number 2.
yeah. But
I'm learning things today.
yeah,
Which one of y'all are number 2? Like on the podcast,
Who says you're not number 2?
I don't know. Am I?
David just immediately.
Hey, I've got David's mic.
I got Holland's.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically Holland is number 2 because
Tastes
he was
great.
here first.
David's making out with the microphone people.
There's a lot of tongue involved.
Not enough, some would say.
Yeah.
It depends on your preference.
But now I got cotton mouth.
Yep.
But yeah.
Well, let's not dwell on it. Let's move on.
Let's not make it awkward.
Plus, you do a lot of weird things with your tongue, and I don't know. I'm kind of both starstruck and uncomfortable at the same time.
I think we have to wait for
I'm
the
panicking.
moisture to dry on that microphone.
Yeah.
cover.
With this current setup, I can't really mess with my shoes and feet and stuff. So I'm fidgeting and don't really know what to do. It cornered me.
Can't get your
like a caged animal over here, dude.
Can't get your finger off.
Like a
or
caged
two knuckle
orangutan.
deep.
Yeah. Also, last podcast, I got sidetracked and I found a hole in my shoe and I was like 2 knuckles deep in it for a while, just spaced out.
I hope that's right where the camera was pointing.
It will be. I've seen it.
There's not a zoom in right on his
There
finger.
will be.
I lost a good 15 minutes of my life to that hole in my shoe.
My editing has currently came to like a halt due to some computer issues, but
But what you're saying is...
Porn virus.
no.
So if David gets real quiet for
Rectum.
about 15 minutes on the next podcast,
He's zoned out.
I'm like
We
a
know.
toddler. Like if you hear silence from me for too long, you gotta be like, what's he got into?
That's almost always when I look at you. Like if you're talking, I don't mind too much what's going on, but like if you're quiet, that's whenever I start watching.
I'm either making a mess or in danger of getting hurt. One of the two.
sometimes both.
Yeah.
Both
The
of
good times, it's
Both
both.
of
Yeah.
Yep. So what'd Santa bring you for Christmas, Holland?
Both.
Hey, one thing that I got that I am super, super happy with is I got a new mattress. And like I didn't even realize
He put a dent in his last
that, well, no, so I mean this mattress was
Now
I
that
don't know.
conversation from
Older
the other
than
day makes
David?
sense.
6, 7 years old. I mean it wasn't. I mean it was old, but it wasn't. Like ancient.
Wore it out that fast, huh?
And I don't know. And like I didn't
I
even
think had some
realize.
city miles on it,
Like,
boys.
I mean, like I didn't realize. I mean, I thought it. I was used to this mattress. It was. I had. You got a little spot. You get in, and you're all comfy, and you go to sleep.
It hit the mileage before it hit the time on the
But,
warranty. For sure.
I hate when that happens.
Gorillas will do that.
It's not the years. It's the mileage.
You're like a bear whenever you sleep. You just like hibernate, but like nestle a hole in your bed.
Oh, wait,
He just squishes
He
in.
nestles
So,
somebody into a hole in his bed, that's for sure.
But so I got this new mattress.
The cougar's
and,
been prowling.
like the very next morning, woke up, could not believe how much better I felt. Like all these like aches and like stiff places. Nah, they're not there.
Just
That
the
was,
one.
That was the old mattress. Yeah. So I'm just saying, if you've got an old mattress, replace it. It's amazing.
Can I come try yours first?
Sure.
He's actually got a couple test drives penciled in for this afternoon.
Yeah, our conversation from Christmas Eve makes a lot more sense now.
Holland's Bed, not a sponsor. Could be.
Could be.
It's a smart bed. As soon as it feels an extra set of butt cheeks hit it, it starts playing Pony by Genuine.
Next episode will actually be recorded live from Holland's bed.
We'll have to get the trademark and copyright cleared on Pony by Genuine.
Because it won't turn off early. It plays the whole song.
The whole song.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah.
What's up, bud?
But no, that was a good present.
You can come in.
You want to talk about Holland's mattress?
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. No, huh? It's cool. We don't have to talk about Holland's mattress.
It's fine.
What do you want to talk about?
She's leaving for work. Just don't knock over everything. Love you.
Don't let him talk to you like that.
Love you.
See, bud. Yeah.
Bye, Keela.
Cutto, clippo, sweepo, barbershopo.
That's my sister, for those of you that don't know, so I can say those things.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I got that. That was a good present. And let's see, what else did I get? Oh, I got a new computer.
Oh,
Yeah.
hot dog.
My other one was probably 20 years old.
It was older than the mattress.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was crazy old and slow.
Less mileage. Ain't nothing like the real thing, is it?
Jesus Christ.
Keep the miles low; they last a long time.
Anyways, Dave, what'd you get?
Nothing.
Wow.
Depression, apparently.
That really pushes the content across.
Seasonal depression.
Nothing. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Move on.
I got the best thing in the world. I don't want to talk about it.
I got a couple cool T-shirts. I got some concert tickets. I got a pretty big Lego Pikachu or Mega Bloks Pikachu. It's pretty cool.
I did see it. It looked pretty cool.
It's got it's like a mechanical one. Like when it's done, you crank it and the feet move. It's
Yeah, that's why he didn't squat with us Monday.
Yep.
He had a Pikachu to put together.
Yeah.
Missed out squat Monday.
So far, I've got the bottom.
Yeah,
like,
you
put
do.
it together. Yeah.
Yeah,
I lost one of the pieces in the bubble bath. Me and Holland were trying to put it together yesterday. We really find it. Root around those drains.
Better be careful. You're going to need a new mattress, too.
I'm going to need a new living room floor. He doesn't respect me enough.
All right. Well, before this gets too far out of hand, we'll go ahead and start closing it out.
Close out Holland.
We're back to plugging.
Any other last sentiments before we shut it down?
Don't fight orangutans.
They will win.
Without consent.
Right. Yeah. You got to get a waiver first. Anyways, for the quote, do not judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Nelson Mandela. Bye.